My name is Tiffany Butt, and I'm a realtor in St. John's, Newfoundland. I work with Hanlon Realty, an independent brokerage in St. John's. I've always wanted to kind of be in business for myself and be my own boss. It's in my blood too. And it's really good at selling things. Yeah, well, it's moving along. We are moving along, considering the market and everything. I think we're doing pretty good.
It's not dead.
Yeah.
Right. I'm up here last 2 weeks, 2 Sundays ago, I was up here for a couple hours. And there's cars driving around.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I don't see many open houses anymore. Right. But
yeah, I do
particularly on the other houses that are here.
Yeah.
Like those 3 houses here.
If I deal with an excellent agent like Nevin Hollett, we negotiate so well. Like, it's a beautiful thing to watch negotiations with good agents, because you respect one another, and you respect that they're out to protect and do good for their client. And their job is to get the best price for their client. My job is to get it for the lowest price. Their job is to get it for the highest price. So we respect each other for that, but we also respect that at the end of the day, if you have a willing buyer and a willing seller, and they're very close on meeting somewhere in the middle, then it's a skill that when it's a beautiful thing to see both good realtors work together on that.
My name's Nevin Hollett. I'm with the Hollett Group. We're at Royal LePage Atlantic Homestead, and I'm the team leader for a group of agents. Well, I always thought real estate was exciting. I got in early. I was only 23 years old when I was first licensed, and that was actually a little later than I wanted to get in. Thought that it would be a really interesting career, helping people, large transactions, you know, commercial real estate, residential real estate development. Just thought that there was so much different stuff to get involved with that every day would be different and exciting, and it hasn't let me down yet. So we're just, Angela's checking people in who are RSVP'd and stuff. And if you haven't, we can add you, that's fine. But you know, we're filling out ballots and stuff. We're gonna be drawing for prizes tonight and unveiling it all, so it's gonna be pretty good.
Sounds great.
All right. Tonight we are launching a project for Gibraltar Developments, Park 21. It's 21 townhome units in Mount Pearl. To organize an event like this, it's only really 2-3 weeks of real hard prep, but to organize a project like this is months and months of work to get into proper land acquisition, layouts, design, dealing with the city. Something like this can easily take a year plus to put together. I think we have a shortage of quality property for affordable prices. You know, effectively, the lower the pricing gets, you know, the more compromises a buyer needs to make, and the lower their standards need to be. And you know, what we're trying to do tonight is to be able to allow people to have high standards, have great product at an affordable price.
My name's Natasha Budensing, and I'm here because I'm looking to buy my first home.
Really pleased with the turnout so far. We got a lot of people showing up. We're still about 10 minutes before start time. It's like 28 degrees out. It's the nicest day of the year. Terrible luck when you're trying to host something like this, but people seem excited about the project. They're coming out anyway, so the room's filling up, getting pretty excited now. You can sit up in the front kind of thing. I might introduce you. Okay?
So you can have number 1 and number 7, or number 2 and number 8, right? And we can build it because upstairs is the exact same thing as well. The way that we built these, all the bearing walls are in the same place, so it gives us the flexibility that we can do what we want.
Okay, so what I wanted to do, I sort of wanted to bring people up to speed as to what is happening in the marketplace. Getting a lot of questions now about, oh, is the market bad? You know, they're hearing bad stuff in the news. And people are asking me, oh, it must be tough now. And that's not really the case.
My name is Wayne Hanlon. I'm the owner of Hanlon Realty in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. We are the largest independent real estate company in Newfoundland and Labrador. I got involved in the real estate business back in the late 90s. Obviously, the market wasn't the greatest. Challenging times. I've been one of the #1 or top percentage of realtors in St. John's and Newfoundland and Labrador for 20 years now. I've developed a lot of subdivisions along the way, created some great relationships with some great builders, and 10 years ago, we decided to get into the brokerage part of the business, and that's where I'm to today.
Welcome aboard the Hanlon Realty Home Tour Bus. Where are you going today, Roger?
So when you come into this business, it's not easy. You know, you need someone that can put you on the right path, and you need the proper training to be able to get out there and find yourself, you know, a client and who will become a client for life, which is what everybody wants, right? So that's what we encourage our new realtors, the existing realtors, and anyone else that comes in under the Hanlon brand to do.
Hey everyone, it's Robin from Decorating Den Interiors. Today's tip is about space planning. When you have a larger living room or an open concept space such as this, which is really trendy nowadays, you want to think about floating your furniture around a focal point rather than pushing it all to the perimeter of the room. It gives you extra space for a beautiful vignette like this herringbone chest, which doubles as media storage. Plus, if you ground the space with a gorgeous area rug, it really helps create a cozier and more inviting entertainment space.
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by Premier Mortgage Center. Your mortgage, your insurance, your terms.
Hi, I'm Dave from Hot Tub Pros. Come see the most energy efficient hot tubs on the market today. These premium hot tubs come with a lifetime guarantee and a complete auto clean system. You can have your very own hot tub delivered and installed by our professional and friendly staff. We also carry a full line of hot tub products and accessories, including the Spa Marble Natural Enzyme Hot Tub Water Conditioner. Hot Tub Pros, 189 Glencoe Drive, Mount Pearl, 364-8827.
Your home. It's the place you come back to, and a place that never leaves you. At Cohen's Home Furnishings, this is our home too. Since 1919, we've been proud to be a part of the most special place in your heart. Cohen's, where the home is.
Hi, I'm Ken with Republic Inspections, and here to give you some home maintenance tips. One big tip that I see quite often in home inspections are loose toilets. This is an area here that's very, very easy to check. Generally, you just want to gently straddle the toilet, go back and forth and just see if your toilet is loose. If it is, down right here underneath this cap, we've got a little nut and one on the other side here. You just gently tighten that up and that'll help prevent any leaks in the property.
Well, the golf tournament was our first annual Hanlon Realty Golf Tournament in aid of the School Lunch Association, which all of our realtors over here at Hanlon Realty are very proud to be part of. I mean, you know, we try to support the community as much as we can, and we get involved in different things. Lately, it's been the school lunch, and we think it's a great one to continue going forward with. Last year, we raised over $20,000. This year at the golf tournament, I believe we hit around $10,000 for one tournament, you know, for the school lunch, which was awesome.
So we're here today at Ballyhaley on a beautiful sunny morning in support of the school lunch program.
The school lunch program is a registered charity. We operate in 25 schools on the Eastern Avalon. And our mission is to provide lunches to primary and elementary school students, regardless of a family's financial situation. So we're a non-stigmatizing program, which means that in our 25 schools, we have about 10,000 students who have access to our program every single day, which we serve a hot lunch on-site, freshly made, in all those schools' kitchens. And we take pride in the fact that every family can avail of our program regardless of what they can afford or can't afford to pay.
My son goes to school here in St. John's, and he loves the school lunch program. It's kind of a way for him to socialize with his buddies at school. I really like the non-stigmatizing aspect of it. All the children, nobody knows who's been able to afford what. You could pay $100 a month, you could pay $0 a month, you could pay $5 a month. It doesn't matter, nobody knows.
Well, events like this are incredibly important for our organization. This is our biggest fundraising event that we hold every year, and we're very lucky enough to have Hanlon Realty partner with us this year to put off our golf tournament fundraiser. Last year we raised over $30,000 in this fundraiser. We're really hoping to top that this year. We have 29 teams registered and a lot of whole sponsors, a lot of fun games and prizes, so I hope it's going to be a great day for everybody.
I golf a couple times a year, mostly for charity. That's all it's good for.
You cannot take me golfing.
She swears a lot.
Bad.
She's really bad because she swears too much. Okay, we gotta find hole 9. I don't know where I'm going. So I don't know where to go.
Hole number 9.
I know it's hole number 9, but like, So sorry. Hey.
Hey.
How do we get to hole number 9?
I think 9, that's 10. See?
What?
I don't know where 9 is, boys. You know where 9 is? Boys, where's 9 at? 10's right there.
Where's 9?
My God.
We're wandering around like idiots.
Okay. We'll
Okay,
follow you.
we gotta turn around. I always knew we were made for reality TV, Sherry. Is this us? Number 9?
Tiffany came to work with us about, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago when she first started her career, right?
2008.
2008, yeah, that's when we first met. And the first time I met Tiffany, she was the type of, I would say, a realtor at the beginning of her career that asked many questions, which was great because that's what we like to see in a realtor. So I always see something in Tiffany that I thought would, it would actually get her to rise above a lot of the realtors in the city. So I decided not to make her like my star pupil, but I spent a lot of time with her, and she absorbed as much information as possible. And it's probably where, how she come to get where she is today, which is basically in the top probably 5% of realtors in all the city, which is a great accomplishment at her young age.
So, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 29.
29. She's been 29 for a while, but
I sold my first house. I was in the business 3 days, and it was a good friend of mine who was a co-worker at my previous place of work and wanted an investment property. I had no idea what I was doing. God love him. He was patient, and it was a real fun experience. And he bought it, and then we turned around and flipped it out a couple years later and made a good profit. So it was a real, success story. It's really scary starting out. I mean, the failure rate's over 80% for real estate agents because you are a self-employed person. Not only are you 100% commission, you are a self-employed person. So revenue is zero in the beginning, but there are expenses. So it's not the same as even just working in a position where you work on commission elsewhere, but the company pays all the overhead. You pay your own overhead, plus you have no revenue. So it can be really tough. Luckily for me, I was able to gain traction quick. I had a great mentor. I put myself into a great situation, and I feel that that was part of the foundation of my success. But it was scary getting in, but I was 23 and full of energy, so I guess I was a little less risk averse then.
Your purchase is the most important and the largest transaction you will do in your lifetime. The relationship with your lawyer is exceedingly important in that transaction. When you call a law firm for a quote, don't just get a number. Also ask for a commitment that the lawyer who's going to represent you will be available and will in fact meet with you to review your documents, take your signatures, and answer your questions. It's only in that way that you will be fully advised about your transaction, and that will avoid a whole lot of problems that might otherwise happen.
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by Hickey's Timber Mart, serving you from 3 locations: Harbor Main, CBS, and St. John's.
Should you go with a fixed or a variable mortgage, or a short or a long term? The answer lies in your financial position and your tolerance for risk. Your desire to pay down your mortgage faster to save interest costs. Connect with me, your accredited mortgage professional.
I think the real estate business is, it's really, you have to have an entrepreneurial way about you. It's very much your own business, and I think if someone wanted to get into it, it's a fantastic way to create a life that you want and that you desire, but you have to be prepared to work for it. It's not a cakewalk, and a lot of people think it is. And it's a little bit frustrating because it's not. I mean, I've struggled for years trying to find a work-life balance. My kids are really important to me, and it's taken years to find that true balance where my work makes me really happy. I'm very busy, but I can still enjoy a life that I want, that I've created for myself and my kids.
After 22 years, Hanlon Realty is gaining even more traction in the marketplace. The owner, Wayne Hanlon, has brought me back to be the president and to help run operations into the next millennium, or however long he wants to keep me around. But along with Richard Kennedy, who's the broker and a top producing agent who spent his entire career with Hanlon, I'm calling ourselves the formidable dream team.
Listen, the market's fine. And that's the biggest message I need to send people, is the market is fine. I'm so sick of hearing the negativity, you know, the negative reports that you see in the media for clickbait and stuff. I'm sick of it. It's ridiculous. Sales are up in 2016 so far. Things are doing great. This project tonight, I would not be surprised if we sold it out tonight. If you have high-end executive real estate, that is a little more shaky. It's not that prices have fallen considerably or anything, it's the volume has fallen considerably. People are more cautious spending the large bucks that they were spending during the oil boom, but people need housing. People still get married, people still get divorced, people still have kids. People need real estate. That will never change. So this sky is falling nonsense, I'm just not buying it.
You know, we were on a very high for the last 6-7 years, which was fantastic. And anybody that took, you know, not advantage of it, but managed that properly, they'll have staying power in this business. So I think right now, we cooled off a bit. You know, we came down, you know, a small amount. I see values adjusting, and they're not dropping dramatically. They're just dropping to where maybe they should be in this market, and maybe they were a little bit high in you know, in the old market. You can only afford a certain amount of house, basically, you know, in any market. So I think right now we're cooling off. It's becoming stable, and you're going to see, you know, the product level out to the demand. Same as any other business, supply and demand. If demand, as you know, is not there, the product slows down. But I don't see the price dropping too much. It seems to be pretty stable, which is a good factor, you know?
This portion of Open House NL has been brought to you by the Franklin Hotel, in the heart of the downtown of St. John's.
Rustler's Family Restaurant. Delicious home-style meals and more. Made in-house, just like Mom used to make. Rustler's Family Restaurant, next to Breakers, the local, in the Fall River Plaza. And don't forget the all-day breakfast. Rustler's Family Restaurant.
Social media is vital. It's in my business model. Everybody's different, and I respect it. And you know, however anybody wants to develop their business, whatever it is they do, whether they're in my industry or in another profession. But for my business, it's critical, and it's allowed me to expand my business and reach out to people that I probably never would have seen. I jumped on the bandwagon early on, and I think that's really helped me in my career. So the evolution of social media is key as well. So evolving with social media and how people react to it, what they expect from it, and I think it's important to understand. It's almost like a science, like a social science, like understanding how it works and when to say what and when not to say something, and trying to keep your political opinions at bay, and understanding what to say on what platform is important. So social media is extremely important. I love my job, and I've created this client base of people that I freaking love them. Like, they're my family. I'll do anything for them. I care about them. Like, I never want to lose touch with these people. I've been a part of something very important in their lives, and I always want to be a part of their lives. And from when they buy their first house to when they sell their first house, then they get married, then they have kids, then their kids go to school, and then their kids graduate and they go to university, and eventually I'm going to be like in my 50s, and all my clients are like starting to downsize now. So I want to be a part of my clients' lives for my entire career. And I sincerely mean that. Like, that is important to me. And so I get up every day and I grind because I got 2 kids. I have this vision of what I want my life to be like. I just want to be happy and enjoy life with them and travel with them and laugh every day and do my job. It's never about the money. That all comes. My grandmother always said, doesn't matter if you're not making a paycheck at the end of the week, you just work hard. You just, every day you get up and you work, the money will come. Just keep doing it. Just keep at it.
What I would think that the biggest high that comes from this is when you take, a burden off of somebody. And that's really, that's the drug that most real estate agents are addicted to. At the end of the day, agents are helpers. That's what most people are in this business for. You can be in any type of sales where there's a lot of sales type work where the compensation is significantly higher, but there's no intrinsic value. And the big thing with real estate is you're helping people with their needs. So you take a widow and get that property sold for them that they can no longer afford, or that reminds them of their spouse, or you help that first-time buyer get into their home and help start their life. Like, there's just so many little wins in real estate, and that's what everybody's hooked on.
I would say if you're going to get involved in the industry right now, be prepared to work hard and be prepared to get educated. Education is everything out there now. There's a saying that you can get by on your looks for so long, and then the knowledge that you got to be able to back up what you're doing. So out there today, the consumer is educated. They got tools at their fingertips to research and do everything. Years ago when we started, I didn't even have a cell phone. A pager was a necessity, and it was great to have. But a lot of realtors, they didn't even have a pager. So can you imagine where we've come? And this is only I've only been in this business 20 years. So a short window for so much technology. So you got to be prepared to get educated, work hard, and put the hours in to service your clients. If you do that, it's real estate 101. Follow your systems, treat your clients well, and the business will follow you around.